The last straw for me was when one weekend I made the decision to go with my friends to the beach on a hot afternoon. I was too frightened to even get into my bathing suit, but this only brought more attention to me until my friends were all asking what I was hiding. Feeling under pressure, I got changed, only to look up and see a group of people staring at my dark patches and laughing. I broke down and cried like a baby. The next day, I went to see my doctor, who suggested a cream containing hydroquinone, which turned out to be banned in many countries. Unfortunately, I didn't know at the time just how dangerous this chemical was. Thinking the doctor knew best, I accepted what he said at face value and began to use the cream day and night without thought. The results were marginal at best, and as a side effect, I was getting rashes and feeling very poorly. It was no wonder this chemical had been banned. I decided to stop using the hydroquinone cream and looked into nutritional supplements. I found one called glutathione that was not only expensive but had a big list of side effects too. Once again, this didn't work. I was feeling hopeless. As a last resort, I ordered skin lightening cream online from a not-so-reputable website, knowing only too well it contained harsh bleaches and chemicals. I just couldn't stand my hyperpigmentation anymore. As a result, I ended up poisoned and hospitalized. I was very sick and at wit's end. I felt hopeless. Now, here is where my story gets a little weird. As luck would have it, an old friend of mine was actually the nurse who cared for me whilst in hospital. She recommended a 78-year-old, very off-the-grid doctor named Dr. Shah. Now, you've probably never heard of him. I never had. After being discharged from hospital, I took the drive to his office, if you can call it that. It was in a run-down block of offices along a main highway. After entering, I took the stairs to the 4th floor, where I found Dr. Shah himself. He was sitting in a room filled with old books, journals and papers. It was like something out of a movie. After introducing myself, he asked me one simple question. "What do I eat for dinner?" He proceeded to explain to me that skin colour in any part of my body is solely reliant on the activity of cells in the skin called melanocytes. These cells are responsible for producing something called melanin. The higher the concentration of melanin in our skin, the darker the skin is. Both light and dark-skinned people have the same amount of melanocyte cells. The difference is the activity of the cell that dictates how dark or light a person's skin is. The reason for my dark patches and hyperpigmentation was solely due to the hyperactivity of the melanocyte cells in that area. "So why the dinner question?" I asked. Dr. Shah then told me something completely eye-opening. He said it's actually possible to dictate the activity of your melanocyte cells through what you eat, rather than what creams you apply to your face. Instead of covering up my problem temporarily like creams would do, I could permanently remove my hyperpigmentation through the addition and removal of certain unusual foods to my diet. This would directly affect the activity level of my melanocyte cells. "You wouldn't cover up a flashing faulty light on your car's dashboard to fix the problem, would you?" he said. "So why do it with your body?" Due to our skin's protective system, our body is constantly renewing and shedding skin cells to prevent infections and disease. So treating the top layer of our skin with creams, peels and serums is simply a waste of time and a temporary fix. He explained that I need to affect all my new skin cells as they are produced to ensure a permanent lightening of the skin, and the only way to do this would be through a special diet, an activity diet, he called it. So why don't most doctors know about this? The truth is, most are too lazy or simply too busy to look at the facts that are right under their noses. They don't connect the dots like Dr. Shah had. They'd rather write a prescription, send you on your way, and be done with it. Some doctors even see skin whitening as a purely cosmetic procedure and don't understand the true physiological damage skin colour can have to a person's confidence and self-esteem. Sadly, and most likely, it's because the med schools have long been corrupted by Big Pharma, who secretly alter the curriculum and bribe professors with cash bonuses, meals and vacations, which ensures they teach students with a pro-pharmaceutical ideology. At the end of our meeting, Dr. Shah then gave me a protocol of steps which revealed exactly which somewhat unusual foods decreased melanocyte activity and which increased it. He also gave me a collection of age-old do-it-yourself cream recipes to produce using all natural ingredients which would help target the existing dark patches directly.